Großglockner in Austria. The Transfiguration in Romania. Stelvio Pass in Italy. Europe is home to some of the most legendary mountain roads on Earth. But what if I told you there's a road, carved through the very heart of the Caucasus, that might just be more beautiful, more historic, and more epic than all of them? Welcome to ExploreXplore. Today, we're driving the legendary Georgian Military Highway. A 200-kilometer journey of jaw-dropping landscapes, ancient legends, and controversial art. By the end of this video, we're going to try and answer that massive question. Is this the most beautiful drive in Europe? And I have a feeling the answer is not what you expect. So, buckle up. Our journey begins in Tbilisi, but the city quickly fades as we head north. The road itself is a legend. For thousands of years, this was a critical trade and invasion route. In the 19th century, the Russian Empire spent a fortune, the equivalent of millions today, to tame it into a formal highway. Great writers like Pushkin, Tolstoy, and Dumas all traveled this path, and their stories introduced the wild beauty of the Caucasus to the world. Our first major stop is this: the Jinvali Reservoir. It looks like a pristine natural lake, but this was man-made in the 1980s. The Soviets flooded the valley to create a hydroelectric power plant, and in doing so, they submerged the 12th century church. For about 6 months of the year, when the water level drops, you can actually see its remains breaking the surface. It's beautiful, but also a little haunting. And watching over the water is this, the Jvari Fortress. This isn't just one castle, it's a whole complex of churches, towers, and defensive walls from as far back as the 14th century. The main church is covered in these incredible carvings. Look at the detail. This was the stronghold of the Dukes of Aragva, a powerful local dynasty. You can feel the history in the stones. It's a perfect blend of imposing strength and delicate artistry, right on the edge of this stunning blue lake. This is just stop 1, and the scenery is already a 10 out of 10. Pushing on, the landscape starts to get seriously dramatic. We're deep in the greater Caucasus now. The air gets cooler, the peaks get sharper. The road follows the Aragva River, and near the town of Kazbek, you can see the exact point where the white Aragva and black Aragva rivers meet. They flow side by side, but their colors don't mix for some distance. It's one of those cool, natural wonders you can see right from the road. And then, you come around a corner and see this. The Russia-Georgia Friendship Monument. Built in 1983, this is a classic piece of Soviet-era art, but it's the view from here that will stop you in your tracks. Just look at that. It's a sheer drop into one of the most incredible mountain valleys I have ever seen. Now, the mural itself is fascinating. It's meant to celebrate 200 years of a treaty between Georgia and Russia. On the left, you have scenes from Georgian history and fairy tales. On the right, Russian scenes. And right in the center, a mother and child, whose culture is purposely kept ambiguous. It's a powerful statement about unity, but given the complicated history between the two nations, it's also a very controversial piece of art for many Georgians today. The area around Jvari is Georgia's main ski resort in the winter. But in the summer, it's an adrenaline hub. Paragliding over these valleys has to be one of the most epic experiences you can have. Climbing towards the highest point of the drive, the Jvari Pass, or Cross Pass, at nearly 2,400 meters. The pass gets its name from a cross that was erected here in the 19th century. Up here, the weather can change in an instant, and even in summer, you can find patches of snow. You'll also pass these bizarre, orange and white mineral deposits, where water literally bubbles out of the mountainside, staining the rock with iron. And then, you descend from the pass, and you see it. Mount Kazbek. Standing over 5,000 meters tall, this is one of the highest peaks in the Caucasus. According to Greek myth, this is the mountain where Prometheus was chained as punishment for stealing fire from the gods. For Georgians, it's known as Jvari or Glacier Peak, and it's a deeply sacred place. Our final destination on this tour is the Gergeti Trinity Church. From down here, it looks like a tiny speck, but that church has been the symbol of Georgia for centuries. You can hike for about 2-3 hours, or you can do what we're doing and hire a 4x4 Delica to tackle the rough mountain track. Wow, just wow, no picture can prepare you for this. Built in the 14th century, this church has survived invasions, weather, and even attempts by the Soviets to shut it down. When invaders threatened the lowlands, priceless relics, like the cross of St. Nino, were brought here for safekeeping. They say Mount Kazbek only reveals its peak to those with a pure spirit. The outside is spectacular, but the inside is just as powerful. There's no electricity. The walls are mostly bare, unplastered stone. It feels ancient and austere. During a fire, the famous Gergeti icon of the Virgin Mary was almost destroyed, but while the canvas was darkened by soot, her hand miraculously remained untouched. It's these stories, these legends, that make this place so much more than just a viewpoint. From the turquoise waters of Jinvali, past the fortress of Ananori, over the dramatic Jvari Pass, and ending here, beneath the mythical Mount Kazbek, the Georgian military highway is an unforgettable journey. So, back to our big question. Is this Europe's most beautiful drive? Honestly? It's impossible to say, yes, definitively. The Grossglockner in Austria is a masterpiece of engineering with pristine roads and perfect glacier views. The Amalfi Coast is coastal drama and romance. Trollstigen in Norway is a dizzying ladder through a land of fjords. Those drives are immaculate, polished, and breathtaking. But the Georgian military highway, it has something else. It feels wilder. More raw. It's not just about the landscape, it's about the layers of history, legend, and culture you drive through. It's a road that doesn't just show you mountains, it tells you the story of a nation. Some lists of Europe's best roads don't even mention it, while others call it one of the most epic on the continent. And maybe that's the answer. It's not about being objectively the best, it's about what you're looking for. If you want a journey that feels like a genuine adventure, a road that's as rich in stories as it is in views, then this might just be the most beautiful and compelling drive you will ever take. But now I have to turn the question over to you. Based on what you've seen, what do you think? Have you driven this road or any of the others? Let me know in the comments below which drive you think is Europe's most beautiful, and why. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible tour of Kazbegi. If you loved this adventure, make sure to hit that like button, and subscribe to ExploreXplore so you don't miss our next journey. Until next time, keep exploring.